Hello.
Hello. Hello, Martin.
Hi, Dad. We're here together. I'm visiting the city, which is lovely.
I think we're going to talk about something. I don't know what it is yet, but I think
I have a theme.
you have a theme.
I can't take credit for
He
it,
has
but
a
I have
theme.
a theme. The question is, in a relationship like ours that is close, but not just father and son, any parent and child, or siblings, or a married couple, or people who are in a deep relationship, a relationship that is lifelong. The question is, how do you, with either effort or effortlessly, continue to maintain a commitment and an interest in each other's development and in being and feeling invested in what the other is doing, when ultimately your most important relationship is with yourself? So despite that, and the need for personal development and personal growth, we end up having all these relationships with people, with our parents, with our siblings, with our loved ones, with our own children, where we're incredibly invested in them. And sometimes that's a lot of work, and sometimes it's not. But in either case, what is the thing that keeps it going? And I have my answer for our case, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to go first if you'd like to.
Wow, that's a heavy question. And I think it's a very important question because I know a number of relationships that have gone stale. And it really has been kind of out of, I wouldn't say so much lack of interest, but lack of skill or commitment to keeping it fresh or making it new or reinvesting in the relationship. So I think it's an important topic because relationships always need maintenance. And I'm eager to hear your answer, particularly because of our close relationship.
Right. Well, I think the first part of my answer is perhaps clinical, or in the sense it is biological. And it's this, especially for a child and a parent. I think that a big part of what can help even guarantee this renewed investment, this renewed desire to see the other person on a regular basis and see them grow and participate in what they're doing, is that your goals are very different. Which is to say this, when your relationship on its foundational level is healthy, there's not trauma, there's not bad blood between you. My goal is for you to live as long as you can so that I don't have to live in a world without you. And your goal is very much the opposite. Your goal is to make sure that no matter what happens, you die before I do. Because that's what every parent ultimately wants. They don't want to live in a world where they've experienced their child's death.
Right.
But as a child who has a good relationship with their parent, they want their parent to last as long as they possibly can. And that creates a fundamental cornerstone in your relationship with yourself. Because my identity, in part, is as your son. And your identity for yourself is in part as my father. And as I said, your relationship with yourself is the most important one. And so at who I am as I go through the world, I don't want to exist as the version of myself who is mourning the loss of a parent. So I feel very committed on a fundamental level without thinking about it, without trying, in making sure I spend as much time with you as I can, and as much time with mother as I can, and making sure that in that time that I'm with you, that everything's okay, that life is continuing to go well, that you're healthy, that you're staying active, and that you're staying engaged in your life, and that that life is going well for you. And I think it's the exact same thing, but in the mirror verse for you.
I think you've described it very well. That certainly is the right attitude, or the one I share, the one that we share. And yes, one wants to participate and maintain life in the relationship. But the question arises, that's good for intention, but now what do you do? What are the action items?
Well, I would say it depends on where you're starting from. If you're starting from a fraught relationship, then there's clearly a lot of work to be done there. And from what I understand,
that's right.
As not an expert myself, and gratefully not someone who's had to deal with this myself, there often comes a point where you, as one individual in this fraught relationship, have to come to terms with what you can make amends about and what you can simply forgive and forget. And so often in fraught relationships, there's going to be some degree of closure that you can achieve, but there's also going to be some degree of closure that you will never get.
Right.
And when you encounter that, you ultimately have to be able to come to terms with, can I let go of this? Can I simply accept the past that can't be rewritten, or the person that I cannot change as who they are?
I think that's very good advice, and I think everybody can benefit from that, who has a fraught relationship of some kind. But for people who don't have a fraught relationship, like you and me, how do we stay engaged and supportive and a part of each other's life without being annoying about it?
I think the commitment to connection and autonomy. It's this balance of, you have a life that is a bit disengaged from your responsibilities as my father.
Sure.
And so me being able to let go of my need for your caretaking is one part of it. And you letting go of your need to take care of me is one part of it. So that's an aspect of it, is letting go enough, creating room for us to both be full-grown trees in the forest. No two trees can get to their full height when they're right next to each other. But at the same time, stay connected. Don't drop off the face of the earth. Our relationship wouldn't be as good as it is if I didn't visit regularly, if we didn't talk often.
That's right.
And if we didn't talk about things that are interesting to us.
So continued engagement, real engagement, not just at the level of words, but real engagement.
At the level of interest.
Right.
And what are you interested in? And what am I interested in? What do I have to say about what you're interested in? What do you have to say about what I'm interested in?
I have a lot to say about what you're interested in.
Well, here we go.
Martin, thank you. I think that was very good.
Anything to add?
I think it's always worth realizing that all relationships are in need of constant attention, not necessarily repair. Sometimes celebration, but they always need attention. All relationships need attention.
We all need water.
We all need water. Thank you.
Thank you.